Have you seen the Sydney Sweeney ad, Senator? And if so, what did you think about it?
Yes, I saw the ad. And okay, the young woman does have big, beautiful breasts. But let's not lose sight of what's important. We are the party of ugly, fat people. We can't just allow these Republicans to put a beautiful, white young woman with perfectly round titties in their ads, because people will like that shit. We need to keep putting fat, ugly bitches in our ads, you know? Stay woke.
How did we get here? How did we get here? What in the Alice in Wonderland nightmares is going on right now?
All I can say is how fucking dare you?
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
The best is yet to come.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you.
How the fuck is this still happening? All I've ever known politically is hatred.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
The biggest red wave I've seen since Ronald Reagan's 49-state victory.
There were appeals to racism in this campaign, and there is racial bias in this country, and there is sexism in this country.
I can't help but wonder if the American people have given up on democracy.
I hear what you're saying, and I do see it differently, because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite, who are hurting tonight.
If she were a 6'4" white man from Arkansas or from, Florida, do you think she would be losing by that much?
I think that we've got to be honest. Among Hispanic men and black men, there's a lot of misogyny.
There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to, and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who try to dream a big dream over the past couple of months.
It's not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy.
There's misogyny, but it's not just misogyny from white men.
Mm-hmm.
It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men.
And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy.
Things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States.
To all the pollsters, the election pollsters, blow me. I don't ever want to from you again, ever.
People who said that he was a Hitler lover weren't Democrats, they were Republicans. People who said that he was a fascist weren't Democrats, they were Republicans who worked for him.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime. I messed that all up. Let's do that one all over again. What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Monday night for round 2 of the second CobraCast of the day. People are like, Jeremy, you're such a great guy. We really appreciate you streaming. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to stream. And I say, I'm only doing it for the money, so don't thank me. But I am a great guy, and I do deserve all of the respect in the world. So yes, hope you're all doing well, though. But let's see. Grift Master Hale. That's right. The blue eye dot. Yeah, I'm a little blue right now, but whatever. I mean, again, we can do the background again. We can do the background. There. I'm like, half of me is missing, but whatever, right? I mean, production value is not really what you know me for anyway, so we could just do that. I'm good with that. But anyway, we still have more to talk about, so we will get right on it. Nandy with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We got Zihoni says, the panicking like MTG are already freaking out about Venezuela. All jokes aside, I don't mind regime change as long as there's no wars. Yeah, I mean, look, it is affecting the United States, so we're going to have to see how this all plays out, but I'm interested to see how it plays out. And then you got the deportation stuff is really ramping up right now. And the Trump administration, I think, is finally hearing everyone's frustrations. Like, we want mass deportations. That's what we want. That's what we voted for. And we're kind of getting fed up with this bullshit, okay? Daniel Moore says, obligatory Daniel Moore super chat. You know we like those Daniel Moore super chats. Zihoni says, hey guys, is MTG and Masshole going to read the names of the Epstein victims file? She promised before she quit like a bitch. She is Pam Bondi 2.0. I mean, MTG's career is essentially over at this point in time. So, I think she's lost all credibility. Trump is back to playing nice with her, but it doesn't matter. We see what she's all about now. So, Dracon says, did you see the latest project from Anjanette and myself? I don't know. Tag me again if I missed it, and I'll check it out. Oh, I remember you telling me about, yeah, tag me and I'll check it out. I'll bookmark it. Nandy for 20 says, something Trump doesn't get credit for is truly exposing how bad the Biden administration was when it came to crime, fraud, weaponization of government, border. It's really insane that we don't truly see how bad Biden was. It is true. I mean, I think that I hate to blame it on the internet, but it's kind of where we are. We are in a time where things move so fast that we just don't process stuff anymore. We don't take time to process it because things move at such a rapid pace with social media, in this TikTok world, this Twitter world. Like, it just, things move so incredibly fast. But if you were to take a step back and just think about how bad things were under the Biden administration, and to be fair, we don't even know how bad it was. We don't even know how bad it was because it was awful. And just, we've learned a lot, but man, it is, there's so much more to the Biden administration's disaster that we don't even know. So that is a good point though. He doesn't get credit for a lot of things. So, Trump saved us from hell on earth. Yeah. And so much more. This is why I always say, like, remember before the election, remember the things that I would say. I kept saying, like, you can't get to Return of the Jedi without going through The Empire Strikes Back. And so what we are seeing, or what we were going to see, is like, I had full faith that we would get to the Return of the MAGA King, but we had to go through The Empire Strikes Back first. And so the 2016 was A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back 2020, and then Return of the MAGA King. It does. I've kind of gone down a rabbit hole of simulation theory in the last 6 months. And man, the more I think about simulation theory, the more I'm just like, are we in a simulation? Are we? I mean, really, it plays out. Everything plays out pretty interestingly. But Zinni Biscuit says, listen to Creed driving to and from dance today. I'm a fan. Now I got to find the bass lines and jam along. Let's go. Let's go. We've converted a new fan to Creed. Creed is awesome. And the chat, 68% of the chat said Creed is awesome as well. So there you have it. All right. I see, like, my hair is blue with, let me just get, all right, there. That's probably a little bit better. Probably a little bit better. All this horror business is okay. Serious question. Sydney Sweeney or Karen Gillan or Anya Taylor-Joy at the same time? Pull it maybe. Okay, hold on a minute here. Karen Gillan. Isn't that the chick that was in Jumanji with The Rock? She was also in Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that the right one? Is that the right one? Yeah, Nebula. Yep. So you're asking Sydney Sweeney or Karen Gillan and Anya Taylor-Joy at the same time. Correct. The correct answer is Jessica Alba. The correct answer is Jessica Alba. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I think I'm still going to take Sydney Sweeney. I think. Probably equal. Captain JP says, I searched the gay streamers and CobraCast didn't pop up. Are you even gay? Jeremy, you phony. Daniel Moore Business says, Hassan is getting a humanitarian award in Ireland. Really? That's hilarious. Thank you, Jesus, for the gifted membership. Bird Up for 10 says, I missed the end of the last CobraCast. How did the Creed poll turn out? I know people like to goof on Creed, but My Own Prison is an awesome album, especially the first song, Torn, which is amazing. 68% said Creed is awesome. Over 1,000 votes, 68%. Boom. So Jeremy dyed his hair purple. I knew you were gay, but holy fuck. Okay, what the fuck? Now I gotta change. There, is that better? Is that better? There. Now it's green. God, that's terrible. Hang on. How about red and green? For Christmas, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Is that a little better? Ah, it's hurting my eyes. So now the Grinch. Now your hair is green. 68% said yes. How about just turn them? If I do that, okay. Turn that down. All right, now maybe that will work. We'll see. All right. But either way, professional streamer. But it looks better now. If it looks better now, we'll leave it. There, we'll leave it like there, okay? Yeah, more orange. Yeah, orange man bad. Cultural Breakdown says, just wanted to say that I've been a member for all this time because I love the production value. Hail the Snake Pit and the 199. Let's freaking go, man. Production value that is what we focus on here the most. We take production value very seriously here at CobraCast 199, all the Geeks and Gamers channels. It is truly the cornerstone of everything we do. Jay Ross says, I have a coffee. Have a coffee on me. Honest question. Is the Trump love real or just because you're one IQ higher than the 199 Cobra? What? First of all, I've never seen you super chat, but I do appreciate it. Secondly, I always find it funny when people ask me, like, do you really love Trump as much as you pretend to love him? It just shows that people don't understand how the real world works at all. Yes, if you think that I just live in Trump world 24/7, then yes, I do. I never stop thinking about Trump. It's 100% on my mind at all times. Everything I do is Donald Trump related every second of the day. All of my animals are named Trump. Everything. So again, I talked about this before, but I had a big time YouTuber who wanted to stream with me, and I rejected that idea. And I said, we can do a Discord call. So we did the Discord call, and his first question to me was, how obsessed with Donald Trump are you? And I'm like, what? So at that point, it's like, I realized, like, this dude lives, he's too far gone into social media that he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand at all. And so, like, it was a genuine question too. He wasn't memeing. Like, he legitimately was just like, this person has millions and millions of subscribers. And he's like, and I was like, the fact that you would even fucking ask me that tells me everything I need to know about you. And so I've proceeded to answer his question in a non-sarcastic way. But yeah, it was just like, what are you talking about? Ryan Miller says, you need to check out Benny Johnson's new tweet that was posted an hour ago. It's about the new indictments of Comey and James. They celebrated too early. I have that one bookmarked. Nandy for 10 says, if it wasn't for Trump, we would be the UK right now. Look up the Pakistani crimes. It's insane, crazy how close we were to that. Now got to get the Somalis and Afghans and Haitians out and others out. Thank you, Nandy. First of all, appreciate you, brother. You are correct. And this is one thing that, man, again, with the 24-hour news cycle, we don't appreciate enough of what almost happened between Donald Trump and Elon Musk buying Twitter. And let's be clear, I don't like being in the position of having these two powerful dudes have to save our entire country. I don't like that. That's not what America was built on. America was not built on, we need one man to save us from, this entire country falling apart. That's not what America was built on. But that's unfortunately where we are. And so it's sad but true. Vault 95 says, thanks for saving us from Timmy. CobraCast is superior. I like your thinking. Lid says, for the Trump body pillow cleaning fund, lol. Thank you. Andrew Sarah says, Jeremy dyed his hair purple. I knew you were gay, but holy F. Nips Litter says, what the F, Jeremy? Didn't notify me. You didn't get a notification? Andrew Sarah says, one IQ checks out. It does. Silver B. Lycan says, I need to cheer up. I just had to put my cat of 19 years down today. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and I have never seen it. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, so you say, I need to cheer up. Just had to put my cat of 19 years down today. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and I have never seen it. Let's focus on the cat. 19 years for a cat is incredible. That cat lived a hell of a life. I don't think I've ever had an animal like a dog or a cat live that long. That's insane, actually. The rest of the super chat, I have no idea what that means, but RIP to your kitty. And if you're looking for entertainment, you're in the right place. Okay. I appreciate that. Jimmy Ray says, all of Jeremy's animals are Trump pets. The best, only the best pets. Listen, I have not watched any of these clips that I've bookmarked, but specifically, I want to talk to you guys about this. So I'm just learning about this. So apparently 50 Cent is dropping a documentary on P. Diddy or something like that. And I don't know. I guess this is dropping soon. So never before seen video of Diddy debating with his lawyers about strategy in his sex crimes case in the days leading up to his arrest last September will appear in 50 Cent's new documentary about the disgraced music mogul. And apparently this is going to be dropping. I just heard about this, but apparently he's been working on it for a long time. I just became aware of it today. Now, I know 50's been trolling the hell out of P. Diddy for years. Now, let me remind you, this is what P. Diddy was saying about Trump a few years ago.
White men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families about going to vote. When you look at it, we don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either, but hey, we got to get him in office, and then we got to hold him accountable. White men like Trump.
So there you have it. That's what P. Diddy was saying about Trump a few years ago. Now he's been begging for Trump to give him a pardon all of a sudden. Interesting how that works, isn't it? Interesting how that works. Also, yes, Keenan, he ran the Vote or Die campaign for the Democrats. So right here, what is this? 50 Cent comments on the footage. Hang on. 50 Cent comments on the footage showing that Diddy wanted to wash his hands and take a bath after meeting lots of fans in Harlem, saying it speaks to his character.
Exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Off my back, bro. Lord, you win. I'm win. Lord, you win. We win it.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was it show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
Is this a troll? There's been like 10 different 50 Cent documentaries apparently to drop on Netflix. Again, I'm just hearing about this today. And everybody's talking about it. Footage shown in 50 Cent's documentary captures Diddy on a phone call just 6 days before his arrest saying, we need to find someone who will work with us, who has worked with us in the dirtiest of dirty businesses. We are losing.
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent.
Dude, I remember that story about 50 Cent. Like, I don't remember specifics, but obviously he hates Ja Rule, another rapper for those that the uninitiated. And apparently Ja Rule had a concert and 50 Cent bought out like almost all of the tickets within like the mosh pit front row area. So Ja Rule was basically performing to a bunch of like empty seats. That is like the best troll ever.
Jackson, titled Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Off my back, bro. Lord,
This is the part we just watched.
Lord, you win. We win it.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the
This dude has so many ties to corrupt Democrats. Like all of them. All of these corrupt Democrats. And now they want nothing to do with him suddenly. Isn't that interesting?
streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was it show you his character.
was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
Who gives a shit what his motivation is? If it's true, it's true. And P. Diddy's a piece of shit. He always has been. We know 50 hates him. Like this whole thing when you have a piece of shit like P. Diddy who's being exposed, and your question is about the motivations of the person that's giving the truth about it. Fuck the media.
They consider a pre-existing beef, right? For 20 years, right? It's me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like he was, like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, you know, that the real goal was to storytell. And if not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges.
Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning, after a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would have.
Now, 50 Cent has put out a tweet. And again, I think he's selling, which is totally fine. Says Netflix is concerned their servers may not be able to handle everyone watching at once at 12 a.m. It goes live. Check me out. I don't know if Netflix is saying that, but I respect that 50 is pushing it. So apparently this is going live at tonight. I mean, again, Netflix, it handled Stranger Things, you know, season 5. I know there was like a little bit of a crash, but Netflix can handle it. I don't think that many people are looking forward to it, but I appreciate that 50 is doing his best to sell. So I respect it.
You would interpret it as the hip hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Wow, that was some finish right there. Thank you, Robin, for that.
50's just trolling at this point. Oh, man, I love it. You love to see it because there are reports. I'm trying to find it right now. Right here it is. Diddy slams Netflix's documentary Sean Combs: The Reckoning as a shameful hit piece ahead of tomorrow's release. Today's GMA teaser confirms that Netflix relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. As Netflix and CEO Ted Sarandos know, Mr. Combs has been amassing footage since he was 19 to tell his own story in his own way. It's fundamentally unfair and illegal. Netflix to misappropriate that work. So there it is. It is equally staggering that Netflix handed over creative control to 50 Cent, a longtime adversary with a personal vendetta who spent too much time slandering Mr. Combs beyond the legal issues. Bring it on. We love it. We love it. Like, so again, that line right here in the end from 50, that should right here.
Let me not say nothing about nothing.
Here we go.
Those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
Oh, that's good stuff. So we'll see what happens. But again, that story's kind of, I was completely oblivious to that story. And then I saw people talking about it. I was like, oh, I guess this is actually a thing. So I don't know if I'll watch it. I'm not sure I care, but it is what it is. Little bit of an update on a story from earlier, because I'm sure many of you were watching earlier when we were live and we were talking about the Minnesota DHS account, and it got suspended while I was live. And I have good news that it is back. So here it is. Great news. The X account of Tim Walz's own government employees is back from its suspension after getting millions of views exposing Walz's role in rampant Somali fraud statewide. Suspension has been lifted. In the last 48 hours, we've received numerous threats that left us wondering what we can post, what we can safely post. We foreshadowed something would happen to our X account. So the account is back now. Boom. So perfect. It's listed as a commentary account, not a parody account. So the reports of it being a parody account, it's listed as a commentary account. I don't know exactly what that means. But either way, there it is. It is back. So that's good news. Also, something that I have seen, and this is kind of on the note of Twitter. Like, obviously, there's a lot of problems, but dude, one thing we have to realize is everything on the internet that we have seen for a long time has just been fake. And people have been talking about this, but Twitter is purging bots big time right now. And celebs are losing followers by the millions right now. Taylor Swift went from 93 million to 80 million. Justin Bieber went from 108 million to 92 million. Nicki Minaj went from 28 to 25. Katy Perry went from 108 to 87. I have been seeing people tweeting about Justin Bieber's account. So like earlier, he was at like 92 million. Let me look at it right now. So here's Justin Bieber, 90. Now he's at 90 million. So he's even dropped even more. So this is like happening right now. And it's all bullshit. Like all of it is lies. And you've got people botting on Twitch, on Kick. I don't know if you can bot on YouTube. I haven't heard botting like live stream viewers is a thing. I'm sure it is. I'm just saying I haven't heard about it being widespread. But some of the bigger Twitch streamers are 100% botting views. They've been doing it on Kick and Twitch. I'm sure, like I've already told you what I feel about Rumble. I think Rumble's views are bullshit. Like the big views. Like I see people in my Rumble chat, but I'm not saying that you're not real. I'm saying that whenever I get put on the front page or promoted on Rumble, I suddenly have 7,000 people watching me out of nowhere. So Angry Shellback says this whole channel is a bot. Maybe. But somebody else is going to be botting it, not me, because I don't know how to do that shit. But I do remember one time when I was on Twitch, a bot actually boosted my views, and I don't remember what we had to do. This is so long ago, but our views started going up like crazy, and it was clear that it was not real because there was no more traction in the chat than before. So like right here, like on over on Rumble, Mock says, yeah, Rumble just is blatant with its favoritism and doesn't really pretend otherwise. I agree with that. I mean, but I guess the thing about it is like right now, how many people are watching me on Rumble? 113 people are watching me on Rumble. I believe 113 people are actually watching me on Rumble. 1,000%. The problem is that if you like, here's the Rumble chat right here. Okay. So if you watch this Rumble chat, okay, if suddenly I have, if Rumble puts me on the front page, I'm going to go from 100 viewers to like 5,000 viewers. And you know what's going to happen? The chat is not going to change at all. Chat's not going to change at all. Same amount of people in chatting are going to chat. That's just how it's going to be. So, but I'm a real person, damn it. But it is what it is. So my point being is that we're seeing all of this stuff on all of these platforms, but this right here is an eye opener with Taylor Swift losing 13 million followers, Justin Bieber dropping more than that. And I assume they're going to drop even more. So, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that. When did you kiss and make up with Rumble? I didn't. I just felt like, you know what? Like I just said, there's 100 people watching on Rumble, and I shouldn't take out my frustration with the platform on the people that want to watch me on the platform. Does that make sense? Because it's not the people's fault that Rumble pisses me off and plays favoritisms. It's nobody's. Anybody that enjoys to watch over there, it's not their fault. So why should they get punished? You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. Okay, next up. Apparently Mark Kelly is very upset over memes. It seems like this happens every week or so, where the left melts down over somebody in the Trump administration using memes. It happens every single time. It's so funny.
He's putting out on the internet turtles with rocket-propelled grenades. Have you seen this? This is the Secretary of Defense. This is not a serious person. He should have been fired after Signalgate.
Sorry, it's loud. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. So I'm going to drop the volume. We'll play it back.
He's putting out on the internet turtles.
He's putting out on the internet? Like, he doesn't even understand how the internet works. He didn't even understand what that means. He has no idea how the internet works. He's putting out on the internet?
He's putting out on the internet turtles with rocket-propelled grenades. Have you seen this? This is the Secretary of Defense. This is not a serious person. He should have been fired after Signalgate.
So yes, for those of you that are not aware, Pete Hegseth is really pissing off the left right now because he is reposting memes. And memes are dangerous, everyone. Memes are the most dangerous things in the world. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Pete Hegseth. All right, we go. Right here. Okay. So this is what really has them worked up. For your Christmas wish list, Franklin targets narco terrorists. Boom. Okay, you got articles written by the mainstream over there. You got 148,000 likes on this, by the way. You go into the comments section, and it's glorious. Okay, right here, you've got Franklin explains what Fauci deserves. Oh, my goodness. Franklin learns about George Floyd's autopsy. Oh, goodness. I've seen even more from Maverick posting. Let's see here. Franklin defends the border with force. Franklin questions the official story of 9/11. Franklin celebrates Killdozer Day. Bureaucracy. This is great, dude. This is amazing. Franklin stands with Sydney Sweeney. Okay. Now, I think everybody can support that cause right there. Okay. Everybody can. Need these books? I know it. Yeah, so these are some of the ones that I already show, but yeah, man. Franklin explains Joe Biden's auto pin. So that's the context to what he's crying about right here. So I'll play it now that you all have context. I've lowered the volume.
He's putting out on the internet turtles with rocket-propelled grenades. I mean, have you seen this? This is the Secretary of Defense. This is not a serious person. He should have been fired after Signalgate.
Oh my gosh, what was that politician that was crying about Trump memes that one time? Who was that? Trump memes meltdown. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see if I can find that one. Who was that? Media meltdown over memes. I mean, it's probably just going to. There's been so many freaking meltdowns over Trump memes that I don't think I can actually find them. It's such a. There are so many things that are showing up in my search. There's no way I can find it. Was it Hakeem Jeffries? Was it? Let's see. No. I'm not talking about the sombrero. This was like this was a while back, man. I do remember we all remember the sombrero meme breakdown. I wish I could find it, but it's just been so bad. But was it Swalwell? It probably was. Hang on. You're probably right. Chat always MVP. Yes, this is it. This is it right here. This is it. Yes. Chat's always the MVP.
The chairman yesterday tweeted, are the aliens... The chairman yesterday tweeted, when President Trump was in office, the border was secure and illegal aliens weren't eating your pets. He also then tweeted, again, knowing that you're going to come here to talk about your loved ones who were lost, you would expect some seriousness, some gravitas, respect for the people who came here. What in the hell is this? The chairman tweets, protect our ducks and kittens in Ohio because he goes down some crazy rabbit hole.
This is so good. It's Trump with a cat, a kitten, and a duck.
Completely debunked that aliens are eating pets. My God, are you okay, Mr. Chairman? Because last year, for a very long time, you tweeted and promoted Kanye West as he was calling for genocide against the Jews, and you kept it up. And now, when we have victims coming here, you're tweeting this nonsense. I don't know why you would do this. I hope you're okay. I don't know if the aliens who are eating your ducks are in the room with us right now, but Mr. Chairman, this is a serious issue. These people have loved ones who have been lost, and you tweeted this.
Hail Memology. Memology does great work. That is fantastic. Thank you, chat, for reminding me of that, because that was glorious, man. That was glorious. What's Memology been posting lately? Let's see here. Let's see here. This is Memology's latest video. Let's see what Memology just posted. Okay. Leaps in logic so deranged, you'll want to make asylums great again. Here we go. Okay, this is on November 28th. So this is when the two National Guards members were
We need
shot.
to make sure that we have tight and appropriate and proper vetting. If there were gaps that admitted this person, they would have failed over multiple levels of gaps. And this individual was trusted enough to participate in assisting our military during the war in Afghanistan. So
I don't even know what to say.
I just think, the president looks everywhere except inward to blame his own policies.
Did she say inward? Did she say inward? Inward?
During the war in Afghanistan. So I just think, the president looks everywhere except inward to blame his own policies. We need to make sure that we don't have our military deployed in our cities where handling law enforcement responsibilities. And we need to make sure that we address gun violence. We certainly need to make sure we always have the proper and appropriate and tight vetting processes, and those should be reviewed. But it's never the president's fault or his policies when it comes to his reaction, and it's pretty disgusting.
That's rough. That's scary stuff right there. That is some scary stuff. Tosh.0. Holy crap. I haven't watched Tosh.0 in forever. Yeah, hail memology. Memology is great. We love memology. That I wish we wouldn't have had to watch Debbie Wasserman Schultz or whatever her name is. Good Lord. Jimmy Ray says all of Jeremy's animals are Trump pets. Got that one. VJ the Vigilant for 10 says, yo, Jeremy and the 199. I don't often shamelessly promote my own channel, but I have a video of me covering Creed's heaviest guitar riffs. That sounds awesome. Hail to you, brother. And thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. Swirly BS says, correct me, chat. Has 50 been sued for defamation? He seems to be laying the truth on SSM. I don't know if has 50 been sued? I'm not sure. Chat. Swirly BS also said, if I ever make it to Congress, I will send Swallows well to the nutty. Oh, you mean Swalwell to the nutty farm with my Ryan sense of humor. Thank you. I appreciate it. Pack Proton says, you may have no background set up yet, but does the news house have ghosts? Time will tell. I don't know if I'm going to set anything up. I mean, I might. I've got stuff. I'm just being lazy about it. I don't know. Packet Proton says 199 is Sydney. 299 should be Anna. What should Haba be? Although there is a nice beach. You're trying that censors. You're getting censored on that. I don't know what you're trying to say. Pick in the press secretary out there. Oh yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about. I mean, 199 is Sydney, but the get 50 gifted memberships is Anna Paulina Luna. Okay. So she's not 299. She would be 250. And then Alina Haba. I don't have any video of Alina Haba. I'd have to find some. Gerald Armstrong says, we need to know what Ja thinks about the situation. Ja Rule has got to be one of the biggest clowns of all time. I mean, that dude was just pathetic in every way. He wanted to be Tupac so bad. What is this? Breaking. Tim Walz's Somalian fund scandal is getting even worse. He is quickly being known nationwide as the governor who betrayed his own people. Did Governor Walz have any idea what was happening in his state? Okay, let's see. Let's see this.
But with loose rules, it led.
Whoops, hang on. Turn that up. All right.
But with loose rules, it led to widespread fraud. And you can see there, balloon in federal payments headed to Minneapolis to north of $100 million in just a few years. 6 of the people charged in that fraud, members of the Somali community. And then perhaps the most egregious and offensive of all, the autism scam, where a woman in the Somali community has been accused of recruiting children for therapy that they did not need, driving a surge in Medicaid claims. Look at the screen. Look at the numbers. Look at the explosion of federal dollars on the backs of fake autism. Now, the Times points out all this raises broader questions about the sustainability of Minnesota's not Somalian, but Scandinavian modeled system. That's a robust safety net bankrolled by High Texas. Now, that system created an environment that drew immigrants to the state over many decades, including tens of thousands of Somali refugees after their country descended into civil war in the 1990s. Did Governor Tim Walz have any idea?
Of course he did. I mean, it's not even no doubt that this clown had knowledge of this. He was behind all of it. And I'm sure that there's proof out there.
What was happening in his state?
Do you take responsibility for failing to stop this fraud in your state?
Well, certainly I take responsibility for putting people in jail. Governors don't get to just talk theoretically. We have to solve problems. And I will note, it's not just Somalis. Minnesota is a generous state. Minnesota is a prosperous state, a well-run state. We're AAA bond rated, but that attracts criminals. Those people are going to jail. We're doing everything we can. But to demonize an entire community on the actions of a few, it's lazy.
An embarrassment of an appearance on television on the heels of an embarrassment running the state of Minnesota.
But he truly is that. And of course, he was calling for the MRIs from President Trump. President Trump released his MRIs. This is after Trump called him retarded. Tim Walz says that, Trump should release his MRIs. Well, be careful what you wish for, Tim Walz. Be careful what you wish for, because we have found out that Trump is the single most physically fit human being on the planet. He is peak male performance. You asked for it, Tim Walz, and you got it.
I just feel like a young man. I'm so young. I can't believe it. I'm the youngest person. I am a young, vibrant man. I look at Joe. I don't know about him. I don't know. Macho man, yeah.
And now we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump's MRI scans have leaked. And you here on CobraCast 199 are going to be the first to see this. Are you ready? Boom. It says, stop leaking my MRI scans. Look at that. So we have President Trump's MRI scan. Boom. All right. We are talking about peak male physicality. Okay. He's ripped. He's 100% shredded. I've told you this. The Dems have lied about this forever. They Photoshop him overweight. That is the man right there. Madam Savvy's in Chess says, that's my president. That's him. Peak, not edited at all. None. Again, Trump could be the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, but he chose to make America great again. He could be the starting quarterback for any NFL team, but he decided to make America great again. That's him right there. So there you have it. There you have it. Fantastic Mr. Knox for 20 says, good day and hail. Bit of an update on my shoulder injury. It's getting a lot better now that I got some mobility. Not 100%, but not below 50. As long as I keep doing the physical exercises given to me, things will go good. Well, I'm glad things are going good for you, man. So nothing but good vibes for you. Just take the process slow, and you will be just fine. So thanks for the update, man. He could start over Ty Simpson easily. Trump could start over Ty Simpson. By the way, I got to show you guys something. I got to find it. Is it in? Let me see. Man, bookmarks kind of suck. I don't know if it's just my bookmarks, but like I put them in a certain tab and they just don't show up. So let me see if I can find it. So right here. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you know, okay, that in advance, Ty Simpson, who's the quarterback for my Alabama Crimson Tide, okay, I'm still not sure if he's going to be a pro quarterback or not in terms of his skill set. I think he's got potential. I still need to see more from him, but it's been guaranteed that he will not be in the NFL for long if he makes it. Do you want to know why? because this is what he says before every interview.
A big moment like this, but your ability to be resilient in this game, you got hit a lot. How did you find that resilience within yourself?
Well, first off, thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. What an awesome blessing, a childhood dream of mine to play in the Iron Bowl.
Yep. No more NFL for you, buddy. Ask Tim Tebow about that. You start praising Jesus and yep, it's over for you. And he does that all the time. So he'll be done. NFL does not like that. Now you can kneel for the national anthem, okay? But you can't kneel for God. Can't do it. So he's done. He's done. So too bad, man. I don't know. I'm still not. I need to see more of him if I'm convinced he's going to be a pro quarterback. I'm 50-50 right now, but he's a good dude though, man. So looking forward to seeing how he progresses. Mod Eric says Kevin Hart and LeBron are upset. No conjugal visits. Tommy says so many bots. What am I? Not real? Am I real? How can I tell if I'm real? Do I exist? Beep, boop, bop. I am human. I don't know if you're real or not. It's hard to tell who's real. Is real? Ho ho. Ort for $1. Thank you. Philip Johnson says libs today in a children's book. Dank Prometheus is Jeremy Swalwell's Eric. Z Herb says, I've been a member for 15 months. Surely that's a sign for a Sydney celebration. You know what? I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at it. I mean, we can just sit back. This can be the whole show. I mean, what's the point? Why am I even here? Who cares about me, right? All right, fine. I'm done. See you later. Okay? I respect her. Just saying. But thank you, Z-Herb. And Z-Herb dropped 10 says, a cop in Australia was found guilty of a fatal crash because a teenager who stole a trail bike crashed into a cop's car who had it parked as a roadblock. Apparently, he's to blame, I guess. What the hell? That's insane. It sounds like a crazy story. You got a news link to that? I'd like to look at. I'd like to see more about that if you have anything on that. Thank you, Z-Herb. The Under Armour Gamer says, my brother thinks that Obama is the 12th best president because Google said he was. Just as smart as Bama fans. Hail Queen Jeremy of the 199. I respect the shot you're taking at Alabama fans. I respect that. Twilight says, new word for the left, democratically retarded. I like that. Fantastic Miss Knox says, Tim, quote, I'm a big of a knucklehead. I think you meant bit. Of a knucklehead, I think. Mad Fox says, Trump could lead the Toon Squad over the moon stars. Trump could do pretty much everything. But he chose to make America great again. What is this? Secretary Rubio says the Trump administration will protect our people and preserve our national identity. Based, Marco, time to stop third world migration. I love what you're saying, Marco. But we really need to see some results. And we are starting to see it. But I just think that it's important to say that we need to actually see some results. I want to see mass migration. But instead, do you know what we're seeing? Paid protesters are storming the streets of New Orleans chanting F Donald Trump because ICE is about to surge illegal alien arrest in the region. Oh man, I think Trump's in trouble. I think Trump is in trouble now. This might be the end of it all, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the end. Oh my goodness. NBSD dropped 10 gifted memberships over on Rumble. Thank you for those 10 gifties. Hail to you, brother. Thank you so much.
Take the power back! Take the power back! No Trump, no truth! New Orleans ain't Lincoln Boots! No Trump, no truth! We won't stop fighting green! Ice out of Nola now! Tell me if y'all are, tell me if I can welcome here in New Orleans! No fear! Immigrants are welcome here! No, it is very, very cool. No ice! No fear! Immigrants are welcome!
Wait, were they saying, did they say immigrants are welcome here? Is that what they were about to say and it got cut off?
No ice! No fear! Immigrants are welcome!
Yeah. That's what they were saying.
Immigrants are welcome here! Victory here! Starting clear! Immigrants are troops! No KKK! Chinga la migra! Y la policía! Go away! Racist, sexist, anti-gay, ICE, go away! Up with liberation! Up with liberation! It down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Immigrants are welcome here! No ice! No fear! Immigrants are welcome here! No ice! No fear! Inga la migra!
What the fuck is that? Hey, by the way, for all of you clowns saying, immigrants are welcome here, I would just, why don't you just give them your address and leave your doors unlocked all night? I'm just, like, why don't you do that? Why don't you just spam your address out and just leave your doors unlocked? Just curious why you don't do that.
Chinga la migra! Chinga la migra! Chinga la migra! Y la policía! Y la policía! Y la policía! Y la policía! Chinga la migra! Chinga la migra! Chinga la migra! United will never be defeated! The people united will never be defeated! No racist! Police! No racist! Police! Justice for all! And now she has to fight from Mexico, not even her home country. Because
I just like to show a picture of who they're fighting for, guys. That's who they're fighting for right there. You can read it. I'm not going to read it because YouTube censors are probably going to, flag me for saying that. But you can see what this upstanding citizen did to a 12-year-old. 12-year-old. This is who these clowns are fighting for. This is who they think belong in the same towns as you. Just want to put the context out there.
Because they're snatching people, they're not just sending them to these jails that they replace for the criminal punishment system, using them for ICE and torturing them for months, sometimes years, only to send them to a place they never called home. Shame! Shame! And they're shame you into stopping this, into remembering your humanity, into remembering that you are fighting for the wrong side. These people are overseers. They're starting this bullshit war with Venezuela. They're killing children in other countries, and they're starving children here. Shame! Shame! The people they're rounding up, they are black and brown people. You know what that means? It means that they're indigenous to the Americas. That's what it means. When you're from Honduras, when you're from Mexico, when you're from Guatemala, when you're from Cuba, when you're from Puerto Rico, you are indigenous to this land. People who overcame to say no more, no more, That's who we are. That's who they're trying to kidnap and sell to the highest bidder, including Jeff Landry. And we're not going to take it anymore. Because we are a beautiful people. We fill these communities with food and beautiful children and houses and streets that you can actually fucking drive on. Yeah. So we're not going to take it anymore. So the Southeast Dignity Not Detention Coalition is another way. ¡Chinga la migra! 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 Oh, you really think you were come on? No way! No KKK, no racist USA! No ICE! No KKK, no racist USA! ¡Chinga la migra! ¡Chinga la migra! ¡Chinga la migra! ¡Y la policía!
Well, what are you supposed to say to this? Is just this so delusional, and it's not even laughable because it's crazy how scary it was that we were almost in a Kamala Harris United States of America. It's fucking terrifying, dude. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, but it is crazy how close we came to that. You understand how bad it was going to be. But at least we got this guy right here, Tom Homan.
Good. You heard the top of the show. Democrats are chomping at the bit. They want to go after Hegseth for war crimes. Now they're potentially targeting rank and file soldiers for just obeying orders. Are you worried, Tom, that they're going to target you with prosecution after this is all over?
Oh, they already said they're going to, so come get some. Bottom line is, I'm not going to let them forget what they did the last 4 years. 500,000 children were separated from their families and smuggled across this border. 250,000 Americans died from drug overdoses that came across that border. And what's President Trump done? He gave us the most secure border in history of this nation, which means sex trafficking plummeted. No unsuspected terrorists coming across the borders plummeted. Criminal cartels are going broke. He record deportation. Every promise he's made to the American people, he's getting. And let's not forget, we're going to find every one of these people that weren't vetted, and we're going to make sure that they are properly vetted, and if not, they're going home. President Trump's going to make this country safe again. He made that promise. We're going to make sure that he keeps that promise.
Tom Homan's great, man. He is on point. Love that dude. Swirly BS has the Spectrum at 4chan found the context of the damn video, or did I miss it? Play it, Fig. Are we talking about the She's Gonna Fall Again video? Is that what we're talking about? Savvy, you still here? You're supposed to help us out with that too, by the way. Someone sent me a longer version of the video. I don't know if, let me see if I can find it. Someone sent me a longer version of that video. Let me see. Okay, so this is all I have. Okay. All right, so here's what I have, okay? This is kind of crazy. But this is what I have right here, okay? So this is a little bit longer version. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the noise from her hitting the car isn't there. But this is what we got, okay? Hang on, it's muted.
Damn! It's gonna fall again. Damn!
So, okay, did you see that though at the end? She was laying down, okay? I need more information on this. So this is at the end. She's laying down, so she had already fallen once, okay?
It's gonna fall again. Damn!
So that's all we have right now. Need more information. Need more information. Oh, man. So the phone ringing was added in. Yeah, so let's watch this version, and then we're going to watch the version I play, okay?
It's gonna call again.
All right, so, and here's the version I play. Right here.
It's gonna call again.
Oh man, so there we have it. What is this stream, Jeremy? Hey, so my boy asked me about it, so I had to answer. Okay, I'm here. I am here to please the chat. Okay, that's what we're here for. There you have it. That's the latest update we have. That's all I got. The phone ringing adds to it, though. It absolutely does. Fantastic Knox says these guys chanting like the Patriot Front. Surly SOB for $20 says, I used to live in New Orleans. The average second line pulls a bigger crowd than this lame protest. Unrelated, Ryan losing his shit over plus size park hoppers was pure gold. That was a great video over on Geeks and Gamers Clips. Jay just has the perfect way to get Ryan worked up. It's so funny. Let's see. Comment creator says, get a haircut. I'm not getting a haircut. No time soon. John Jones says, this was old 8 years ago. Sith Lord says, these are the same clowns that wanted NG to lock you up for not taking the vaccine. Fantastic Knox says, these people who leave their country complain about the USA ending kids' lives in other countries. Their own country is doing what they describe about the USA. It's always projection. Always. Vault 95 says, blame modern medicine for saving those detriments. And T. Linden says, sunset mood lighting tax. Yeah, that's pretty cool right there. I like it. TJ says, my birthday is at the end of the month, and I would like to see a merging of the damn clip with the red dress Sweeney where she falls on her bobs. Man, that's some work right there, but I'm sure we could work it out. I think we could work something out. Pretty sure we can. Miniature Bong thing is a part 2, so I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, so we got more. Give me just a second. All right, so what is that? Is another one? I'll give you time for that one, Ministry of Wrong Thing. But Swirly BS says, my bad. Damn. So now you're going to get Sweeney and a damn. I think everybody's going to be happy about that because we have the discounted price for the holidays, $100 through the holidays to get some Sweeney boobs. That's a good deal right there. It's a very, very good deal. All right. And there's only one way to follow that up. There's only one way to follow this one up. And that is, of course, the thing that we would all say when we see Sydney Sweeney is this right here.
It's gonna call again.
Damn! Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm gonna do it!
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. There we have it. Experience is Anna Paulina Luna. We got to get 50 gifted memberships for that. We'll see, TJ. We'll see. Ministry Wrong Thing, 2 back-to-back $20 super chats. Says, I'm going to go tinfoil hat for a second. Timeline. Ex-CIA operatives promote PSYOP propaganda against military. 1 week later, ex-CIA asset takes out National Guard members on Thanksgiving weekend. In the aftermath, Trump goes ballistic, including threatening the total obliteration of Venezuela and the cartels, who are known for working with CIA. Trump is going to war with the CIA. Well, on that note, and I listen, I am all about some tinfoil hat theories, okay? And on that note, we have this right here. Thank you, fantastic Mr. Knox. But right here, Trump just ordered U.S. warships to surround the narco state of Venezuela as the president holds a high-level meeting at the White House. We're going to follow up with just a minute on that one, Ministry of Wrong Think. So here we go.
Fox News alert, it is Judgment Day. Sources say Maduro's been praying to Jesus. That's the narco-terrorist, socialist dictator who took over for Hugo Chavez in Venezuela and keeps flooding American streets with migrants, gangs, and cocaine. 11 U.S. warships, including our largest carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, are now in the Caribbean. Venezuela is surrounded. The strike group is waiting on orders from the commander-in-chief as the president's holding high-level meetings at the White House, calculating our next move against the narco state. The choice is Maduro's. Trump's giving him an ultimatum: abdicate power or else. After Trump's phone call with the dictator, that's the best offer.
The New York Times reported that you had a phone call with Maduro. Did you?
I don't want to comment on it. The answer is yes.
And can you tell us a little bit
No,
about
I can't
it?
do that.
Mr. President, would you say it went well?
I wouldn't say it went well or badly. It was a phone call.
This time, it wasn't a perfect phone call. The Venezuelan strongman reportedly asked for global amnesty. And Trump said, how about no? Then he said, what if I hold free and fair elections? Trump said, no, you already did that and you lost. Then he asked, if I step down, can I still control the military? 47 said, pack your bags. Even with a $50 million bounty on his head, Maduro's maintained an iron grip on power by bribing his cronies with kickbacks from the coke, oil, and gold rackets. But this time, the narcos aren't calling shots anymore. Uncle Sam is, a.k.a. Trump. And the president's tightening the noose. In the last...
Why does Trump look like the Terminator right there? That is so awesome. Trump looks like he looks like the Terminator.
24 hours, Trump declared the airspace above Venezuela entirely closed. Closing airspace can only mean one thing. This is escalating, and it's escalating quickly. The commander-in-chief isn't going to ratchet up the pressure, then walk away without a win. There's no way Maduro can face down the full force of a U.S. carrier strike group. The president is keeping his options open.
What's the position on whether U.S. troops on the ground is a possibility there? Is that, I know you've answered that before, but what's the current operative?
In Venezuela, I think my previous answer stands. There's many options at the president's disposal that are on the table.
Maduro's a sitting duck, and word on the street is he'll be out of power before Christmas.
And I'm going to go right back to this, but right here, Trump's doing it. The full travel ban is happening. Christy Nome says, I just met with the president. I am recommending a full travel ban on every damn country that's been flooding our nation with killers, leeches, and entitlement junkies. Our forefathers built this nation on blood, sweat, and unyielding love of freedom, not for the foreign invaders to slaughter our heroes, suck dry our hard-earned tax dollars, and snatch the benefits owned to Americans. We don't want them, not one. Shit is happening right now, boys. Business is picking up.
No one's bailing the socialist out. He's getting no love from his sponsors in Beijing and Moscow. Putin and Xi Jinping are at the table with Trump doing much bigger trade and diplomatic deals. They're not going to throw Maduro a lifeline and jeopardize the deals over a small fry in our backyard. And we're doing the Europeans a big favor. Venezuelan gangs have been trafficking boatloads of coke to West Africa, and the Africans have been pouring it into France and Germany. Maduro's isolated. According to UN investigators, he's guilty of crimes against humanity, torture, murder, sexual violence. He only got 20% of the vote last year, stole the election, and wouldn't leave. And he's unleashed migrants, gangs, and poison onto our shores. Chuck Schumer's backed military action in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, Yemen, and Ukraine. Schumer's basically down for whatever, whenever, no questions asked. But now that Trump's the president, he has questions.
Americans are right to wonder, what on earth is Donald Trump planning in Venezuela? Is Donald Trump nudging America into another war? Is he seeking regime change for Maduro? Will he put U.S. troops in harm's way? Nobody knows.
This is 100% different than any of the other situations that, like the stuff that in Iran and getting involved in all that. Like, this is 100% affecting us every single day. What's going on in Venezuela? Every day, this is affecting us.
There's no way Trump's telling Schumer anything. Might as well tell Maduro. Schumer's old enough to know the war on drugs has been a 4-decade failure. And he knows that Trump didn't storm back into the White House just to repeat the failures of past presidents. The Secretary of the Navy gets it.
Drugs kill more Americans than we've ever lost in wars. So I think at the end of the day, the president has correctly identified this as an attack on the country, which it is.
The narco traffickers are on deliver or die missions. They're ferrying cargo through the Pacific and the Gulf of America. Some of these speedboats are 40.
The Gulf of America. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a 50 gifted memberships from 1992 space movie. 1992 space movie. Do you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means Anna Paulina Luna is going to make an appearance. Now, if you don't know who Anna Paulina Luna is, you're going to know very soon, and you're going to become a huge fan, because we're all big fans of Anna Paulina Luna. So thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. Boom. There is Anna Paulina Luna. She is a great American. She's a great American. She's a great American. There's nothing else I can say. What am I going to say? Everything I want to say would not be appropriate at all. Literally would not be appropriate. So I will just choose to not say what I want to say. But thank you, 1992 space movie. By the way, if you are not aware of what 1992 space movie means, Google at your own risk, but probably do it in an incognito tab. Okay? Just saying. And then we have Sweet Potato Night letting us all know that Sweet Potato Night is in fact gay, because he says Anna Paulina Luna is mid. Okay. So there you have it right there. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go back to, I want to read Ministry of Wrong Things. Let's see. Super chat here again. So I'm going to go full tinfoil hat here for a second. Timeline is ex-CIA operatives promote PSYOP propaganda against military. 1 week later, ex-CIA asset takes out National Guard member on Thanksgiving weekend. In the aftermath, Trump goes ballistic, including threatening the total obliteration of Venezuela, the cartels, who are known for working with the CIA. Trump is going to war with the CIA. Just saying. What do you think?
3 feet long and carry $70 million of contraband. Taking out these boats hit the cartels where it hurts, their bank accounts. And forcing out Maduro sends a powerful signal to the Colombians, the Mexicans, and the Chinese. The Monroe Doctrine's back, and American deterrence is back. Venezuela is a launching pad for coke, and they're getting squeezed. The CIA is already on the ground there and have been authorized to give the president options. Operation Southern Spear is designed to defend the American homeland from drug warfare. And guess who has a problem with that?
If you want to understand if those are drug boats, who would go on those boats, it's people who have families that have been kidnapped. And they're told, go on the boats or we will execute your children.
Where's he getting this from? Coke boats aren't being driven by hostages. The Wall Street Journal reports each boat is manned by 3 to 4 well-paid professionals: a pilot, a mechanic, a navigator, and a voucher man, someone who's trusted by the buyer and the seller. Now, someone's trying to sabotage U.S. operations, and the saboteurs are coming from within our own country. Over the weekend, the Washington Post accused the Secretary of War of committing war crimes. Hegseth order on.
I saw someone in the chat when I showed Anna Paulina Luna, and they're like, aren't you married with kids? I'm going to give you the same response that Alex Jones gave someone. So when Alex Jones posted this picture for Thanksgiving, It went viral. Okay. I'm going to be honest. It didn't go viral for Alex Jones. Okay. Let's just say it didn't go viral for Alex Jones. So then someone responded, married with children and Thanksgiving, post a fake image of yourself with another woman. And she's dressed provocatively. Alex Jones says, take your fake moralization with somebody else. I saw the post, thought it was funny, and reposted it. Since you don't like it, I'm going to ask my fans to make more. Boom. That's it. But yeah, they're probably watching right now because they think it's funny. Okay. But the internet is the internet. So there you have it. Back to Jesse Waters.
On first Caribbean boat strike, officials say, kill them all. The story goes something like this. U.S. Southern Command launched an airstrike against a Coke boat. They saw that there were survivors and launched a second strike. So there were none. Pete calls it fake news. Quote, our current operations in the Caribbean are lawful under both U.S. and international law, with all actions in compliance with the law of armed conflict, and approved by the best military and civilian lawyers up and down the chain of command. Here's the White House.
Does the administration deny that that second strike happened, or did it happen and the administration denies that Secretary Hegseth gave the order?
Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct.
This video still has like 8 minutes to go, but I want to show you this because this is happening right now. Trump is officially considering a wider travel ban on more countries. This is massive. So this is Caroline Leavitt right now.
President Trump has done more to crack down on illegal immigration and to strengthen our legal immigration system than any president in history. Several months ago, he announced a travel ban on 19 third world and failed state countries around the world. Secretary Noem announced tonight she's recommending that travel ban widens and covers more countries around the globe. Special immigrant visas, which we know many Afghans have used to come into our country, there has been a complete suspension and pause on all of those. If you look at the entire visa process in general, we have greatly strengthened and heightened the vetting process and requirements for that under Secretary Rubio's leadership at the State Department. And he has used his authority, which is unprecedented, to actually revoke the visas of many individuals who, yes, came here legally, but still pose a risk to our country and should have never been allowed in the first place. And I would just remind people around the world that coming to the United States of America is a privilege. It is not a right.
100%.
And if you abuse that privilege, and if you don't align with the values of the United States and you don't respect our country.
My thing is, why do we even need any of these illegal or these legal immigrants? Why do we even need any of them? Like, I'm genuinely asking, why? Like, and yeah, there's like certain places like, look, man, you know, I understand there's certain like allied relationships we have, but like, why are these radical third world countries, why are we allowing any of them in? It makes no sense. And it makes no sense that we're still allowing it right now. Shut them all fucking down. Every fucking one of them. We don't need these motherfuckers. We don't. I don't care what anybody says about the H-1B bullshit. We don't need this bullshit. Just don't. Simple as that. There are ways for people that are a certain stature that can apply, but when you're just talking about bringing in these people to fill a role for a much cheaper rate because you don't want to find someone, an everyday American, to do the job, and then what we're doing is the lazy pieces of shit in this country are using SNAP benefits and EBT and all of that because they're too fucking lazy. So it's just if you don't want to work, then fine, you don't eat. Simple as that. If you're an able-bodied person in the United States of America, get a fucking job. Simple as that. And if you don't have food because you're too lazy, then that's your own fucking fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody else's fault either. So we're all sick and tired of this shit. We all are.
These kinetic strikes. Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law.
Lethal operations like this go through layers of lawyers from the War Department, state, national security. Everything goes up and down the chain of command and gets signed off on because we value life in America. The United States has conducted strikes all over the globe like this for decades. But for some reason, when President Trump does it, it's a crime.
What law is it that allows no survivors?
The strike conducted on September 2nd was conducted in self-defense to protect Americans in vital United States interests. The strike was conducted in international waters and in accordance with the law of armed conflict.
When Barack Obama authorized lethal strikes against ISIS during the war on terror, and our operators launched a missile at a convoy of ISIS fighters, and the missile hit, boom, everyone's dead. Wait, the smoke clears. You see one guy still hanging off the back of a Humvee, trying to get away. You double tap, boom, you finish the job. You're not going to send American men in to grab the surviving terrorist, put him in handcuffs, and take him to our base and give him a dinner and a doctor. This is no different. These cartel traffickers have been designated as foreign terrorists. We're blowing up terrorists in the Caribbean, but we're supposed to rescue them from drowning if they survive? Now, I don't know what happened with this strike, but Senator Van Hollen, who never met a Latin gangbanger that he didn't like, has a new hoax.
New hoax alert. New hoax alert. New hoax alert.
I think it's very possible there was a war crime committed. Of course, for it to be a war crime, you have to accept the Trump administration's whole construct here.
That we're at war.
Which is we're in armed conflict at war with this particular, with the drug gangs. Of course, they've never presented the public with the information they've got here. But it could be worse than that, right? If that theory is wrong, then it's plain murder.
TDS, ladies and gentlemen, it never stops. It has no line it won't cross. And they know that saying war crime, they know that that plays well with the demented losers out there. They know that. They know exactly what's happening with those buzzwords. War crime is something that is a buzzword that will connect with a lot of these lunatics, and they are using it for that reason.
Barbaric cartels are injecting billions of dollars of narcotics into our country, causing death and violence and addiction. That's not a war crime, but stopping them is a war crime. Now we know what the Seditious Six video is setting up.
Do you believe if there was a second strike to eliminate any survivors, that that constitutes a war crime?
It seems to. If what has been reported is accurate, I've got serious concerns about anybody in that chain of command stepping over a line that they should never step over.
It makes sense, doesn't it? Kelly and his crew were telling soldiers to disobey their superiors to hit coke boats. Next time the Secretary of War orders a coke boat blown, we could see soldiers mutiny. Democrats are telling soldiers to mutiny.
Just say simply, I'm not going to do that. That's against the law.
It puts a lot of burden on the troops to make a decision in real time. But
a reasonable person can tell something that is legal and something that is illegal.
So would you refuse these specific orders to strike drug boats if you were still in uniform?
Well, the difference between the initial strike and what is being reported, as a second strike, and those things are different. I think
is that Dr. Evil?
Tied themselves in knots.
Well, the ladies of The View, who I know have never done cocaine, ever, says not only is Hegseth a war criminal, but all the rank and file.
It's so easy to see what their newest download is. War criminal is that's their go-to saying now, because they know that it's going to play well. This is it.
Should go on trial.
The person who gave the order can be held accountable and put in prison. The people that conducted the orders, that pulled the trigger, are also responsible and can be held accountable. So now you have people that are serving their countries, that are serving this country as patriots, perhaps following an illegal order, and then themselves can be court-martialed.
I don't think American servicemen and women participating in Operation Southern Spear are watching The View. But word's getting out. that following orders in Latin America could land you in Leavenworth. Senators are telling soldiers to use the N-word.
You mentioned that you were a
The
captain in the
N-word?
Navy. If you received
The N-word, you say?
that order, would you have carried it out?
No.
Trump says no one's getting punished except the people interfering with military operations. Quote, there are laws that affect our nation. Read Title 18, Chapter 115, Section 2387. Whoever with the intent to interfere, impair, influence the loyalty, morale, or discipline of the military and naval forces will be fined or imprisoned up to 10 years. So where do these people even get off? The Biden administration, after Abbey Gate, executed 10 Afghans with a Reaper drone and called it a righteous strike. 48 hours later, oops, it was an innocent family. I guess it's not a war crime if it's an accident. Bombs Away Barry dropped over 20,000 bombs on 7 countries in 2016. Killed thousands of people. Not all of them were terrorists. There was a lot of collateral damage. Was anyone court-martialed? What we're witnessing now is a setup. The Washington Post leaks a story about a double-tap strike, and the Seditious Six comes out and calls it a war crime. A week after their video told soldiers to disobey orders. It's so obvious, The View sees it.
Well, I know this is why those Democratic vets put out that video last week that people said, why would they need to say what's already obvious? The likelihood of this is it's not a war. We're not at war with Venezuela, but it's murder. It's flat out murder. And anyone that acted on those orders could be held on war crimes.
They've been foaming the runway for a while. CIA Slotkin, who's running point for this domestic propaganda operation, said last month, Trump, not Maduro, is the real dictator.
He seems to be laying the groundwork to stay in power.
The more they talk, the worse they make the situation for themselves. And this has been the Democrats' kind of like calling card for a long time. The more you let them talk, the more you let them show you who they are, the worse it is for them. This was the Kamala Harris, template right here. Let her talk. Let her talk. And she just talks herself out of any support that's out there.
There are 2 ways this can happen, both straight out of the same authoritarian playbook. The first, a scenario in which Trump finds a pretext, invokes the Insurrection Act, and tries to impose martial law. Elections, therefore, could be canceled.
Isn't it funny that the CIA-backed Seditious Six doesn't want a real war on drugs? They want us to do the same thing that hasn't worked for decades. Well, maybe it has worked for the CIA. The CIA reportedly uses the war on drugs, cartels, Latin American paramilitary groups, as black ops, off-the-book operations to run money and weapons and rig elections. That's been widely reported. Now the military's leaking classified intelligence about airstrikes in the Caribbean? Seems like there's factions of the government that do not want Trump to be successful in Latin America.
And that takes us back to Ministry of Wrong Things. 2-part super chat.
Isn't it weird that they have no issues fighting wars in Europe and bombing countries in the Middle East, but when it's in our own backyard and it's something that directly affects the American people, then they have a problem?
So there you have it, Ministry of Wrong Think. See, I didn't forget about you, buddy. I didn't forget about you. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we got a $50 from John freaking Murdoch and says TDS tax. That's a good kind of tax right there. That's a good kind of tax. Let's freaking go. Thank you, John. Hail to you, brother. Anytime I don't see John, like I streamed earlier, I didn't see John. I'm like, oh, John's okay. I hadn't seen John. Hope you're doing well, bro. 1992 space movie. For 10 says, I heard somebody wanted some APL, so I decided to be a nice space movie. Also, don't believe the lies about me. I'm just an innocent space movie, and I'm even on YouTube, so I must be an innocent space movie. Now, that is what I'm talking about. Someone in the chat, see, if you're in the chat and you just request things, it will happen. The people listen around here, okay? The people listen. All right. So 1992 space movie heard your requests for Anna Paulina Luna and delivered. There you have it. Elwing's Secret Garden says, well, the Dems just have revealed what they will try to impeach Trump on if they win back the House in 2026. I pray that we keep Trump from becoming a lame duck president. 2026 is going to be a huge moment in that. So we are on the same page, brother. We are on the same page on that. Memes are so great. Look at this. Check it out. Trump just called Tim Walz seriously retarded. Pretty sick. What a great meme. Like, that's pretty much how we do it, too. Yo, check it out. Trump just called Tim Walz retarded. Pretty awesome. That's exactly how it goes. Shane Gillis, yes. Okay, so I got bad news for the Dems because Trump is winning across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Trump is winning across the board.
The gas is $1.82, and I just paid under $16 for the gas. Colorado. I'm literally shocked.
Trump is winning everywhere. Look at here.
States seeing gas prices below $3 for the first time in years. Let's get to CNN's Matt Egan for the good news on this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to finally be here with some good news on the cost of living front. So for the first time in 4.5 years, gas prices are averaging $3 a gallon nationally, according to AAA, down by 7 cents in just the past week. Gas prices were low a year ago as well, but they're even cheaper now. This is encouraging to see because late last month, there was a period where gas prices were actually higher this year than last year, but that has reversed again. And now we've just fractions of a penny away from breaking below $3 a gallon. Now, as you mentioned, we've got 20 states across the country where the average is actually less than $2.75 a gallon, including North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Colorado as well. Certainly nice to see this. Why is this happening? Well, it all comes down, of course, to oil prices, right? Oil prices are about $59 a barrel this morning. You look back in history on December 1, 3 years ago, we're looking at $81 a barrel for oil, $67 even last year. So significantly cheaper. And that's because right now, supply of oil continues to outpace demand. It's U.S. supply. Production in the U.S. is at all-time highs. It's higher than last year, but only a little bit higher. OPEC is the big story, though, right? Saudi-led OPEC, they are ramping up production substantially this year. They've signaled that they plan to pause those output hikes next year. But for now, look, this is a good story when it comes to the affordability crisis. Gasoline, it's relatively cheap.
All right. Well, good news for now, Matt Egan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
For that.
And there you have it. So Trump looking good on that front. And it's just the little things that are happening that we're seeing right here. I mean, it's small and it's subtle, but it matters. The White House just released a photo of President Trump in the Oval Office, decorated for Christmas. Quote, "We're saying Merry Christmas again. Class is back." We're saying Merry Christmas again. That is a beautiful thing right there. All right. It's the small, subtle things that we need to appreciate in these moments. All right. Saying Merry Christmas is crucial. Okay. Here we have Melania Trump right here. Here we go. That's great to see, man. So yeah, man, it's awesome seeing what Trump has single-handedly brought back to the White House and brought back to the culture. We're not dealing with that happy holidays bullshit. No. It's Merry Christmas. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. Right here. All right. Happy holidays. No. Merry Christmas. Yes. That's what it's all about. We all agree with that. Let's see. Eddie says, I'm a descendant of immigrants, but I love this country. First, the U.S. did a regime change in my ancestral country of Guatemala. Let's not destabilize other countries, then complain about migration. Is that, that was part 2? Did you have another one? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, here's the first one. My bad. If this was really about narcotics, China and Mexico would be the first targets. This is only for regime change, unfinished business with Venezuela. And then you brought in I'm a descendant of immigrants, but I love this country. First, the U.S. did a regime change in my ancestral country of Guatemala. Let's not destabilize other countries, then complain about migration. Okay, so I got both of those from you. I don't think that there's any way for you to, do you have proof that it has nothing to do with that? You can't do a one-to-one comparison of China and Venezuela. You can't do a one-to-one comparison of that. You just can't. Trump has already been very, very hard on Mexico as well, but that you can't do a one-to-one comparison. That's not how that works. So I think that we should complain as long as we're unhappy. And the problem is we should not take people's feelings into consideration that have nothing to do with the situation. So I think that complaining is always something that you should do when you're unhappy. I think that is the only way to get things done, is to voice your displeasure and let people know how you feel. So I would respectfully disagree with you. Fantastic Stock says, any action. Wait, hang on. What the hell did you just say there? Oh, Amy, I was wondering what you said. Beat Vivek for his Ohio governor seat by 1 point. Brian Stewart says, have you learned how to wash your hair yet, hippie? I just want to cut it, but I don't want to cut it. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Under Armour Gamer says, Jared, keep the hair because his husband loves it. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I hope you stream tomorrow. Love you, my inbred fig. You just told another man on the internet that you loved him, and I'm the gay one? Not only did you tell another man on the internet that you loved him, you sent me money to say it, but I'm the gay one? Really? And you're subtly telling me to keep my hair, but I'm the gay one? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Fantastic Knox says APL sure has some nice assets. I agree. Matt Frog says, we're an innocent fishing boat. All fishing boats have 400 horsepower Yamaha engines. Got to keep up with the fish. Tent guy for 5 and says nothing. Thank you. Godzilla's Greasy says, one of the biggest reasons I'm not at all worried about Dem comeback is because they still waste their time on things like this. It's true. Blast Radio says Seditious 6 should be on trial. I agree. Stephen String says, I noticed that Venezuela cartel members are not complaining about Trump doing nothing. Mod Eric says, Jeremy will be watching Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. The final show streams on Disney Plus beginning December 12th. So do not expect a CobraCast during that time. The fact that you know that, Eric, says everything about you. The fact that you know when Taylor Swift's thing shows up on Disney Plus says everything about you. Nullface says, just because Rome conquers you doesn't mean you have the freedom of movement to move to Rome, says Nullface. And let me see. Was there any other topics? I think I had one more topic, but let me double check. It might be it. Hang on. Don't do that. Let's see here. Oh, this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Hollywood is going to vote for the guy who helped destroy Hollywood. You really deserve each other. Deadline Newsom 2028. Hollywood donors start lining up behind expected White House bid. He's a fighter, and that's what we need. Gavin Newsom looking at 2028. Good old Hollywood, the guy that destroyed Hollywood, and Hollywood's going to back this guy because that's what Hollywood does every single time. Incredible. Oh, man. He left it to burn. That's one abusive relationship. American Psycho himself, Gavin Bateman. Texas is the new Hollywood. Changed my mind. I mean, I can't speak to it. I mean, I think that Austin is the new Hollywood. I don't know if you could say Texas is the new Hollywood yet. But if Austin, if that kind of disease spreads, which it'll take time, but I think Austin being the new Hollywood is fair. But I don't know if Texas being the new Hollywood is fair. Nashville is getting there. Tennessee's beautiful, man, but I love the mountains and everything like that, but I haven't been to Nashville in years. And it's been even longer since I went to Memphis. And I'm just going to say, like, there's not even amount of money you could give me to go back to Memphis, Tennessee. I ain't going nowhere near Memphis, Tennessee. Like, not even close. Like, holy hell, dude. I couldn't believe how bad Memphis was. You wonder why. You know, it just was like, get me out of here. Is it ghetto? Bro, it's the definition of ghetto. Like, it is bad. Murder rate down 55% in Memphis since the troops came in. Is that true? That's what's up. Let's see. Pliskin for 20 says, I demand a higher resolution video of an APL for 50 gifties. It's the least you could do for us poor, lonely figs. You know what? I'll work on that. I will work on that. I'll work hard on that video. I'll look into it. Thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. Teresa Young is named. Holy crap. Did you change this? You have to be there. You have to be there for main event tomorrow. Please. This is so for those that okay. So for those that don't know, Beardo would Beardo thought it said there's a young for her name. Oh man, Teresa Young's been here forever. All right. Thank you, Teresa. I will say the at names make it very difficult. Okay. The at names make it very difficult when it's all lowercase. You know what I mean? Like, it does make it difficult, but thank you. I appreciate you. Objectively, a cat says, be sure to rub it on Beardo that his Giants got shellacked. Glad to see Ryan happy. Is the game over? Is the game over? Oh my goodness. 30-7? Yikes. It's the start of the fourth quarter and it's 30-7. My goodness. Yikes. Storm Shadow says, since you said you'd claim Die Hard as a Christmas movie for selling shirts, how many 199 designs? If you sold 400, you officially come out of the closet. It was about 200. So we fell short, way short. I've seen how many people buy shirts. I was hoping we'd sell more than 200, but we're around that mark. So we did not make it. Unfortunately, we did not make it. And I am so sad about that. But I said, like, I didn't think the Die Hard crowd would show up. and they didn't. So there you have it. Okay, right here, President Trump to make an announcement at 2 p.m. tomorrow in the Roosevelt Room following his 11 a.m. cabinet meeting. I wonder what it's going to be. Do you know what that means? That means we're going to be live tomorrow. We're going to be live a lot tomorrow. So we got a lot to cover. We got an 11 a.m. cabinet meeting. I don't know if the cabinet meeting is going to be televised. If it is, then I will be here to cover it. So 11 a.m., that's more than likely going to be Eastern. So that means if that cabinet meeting is live, I will be live covering it. All right. If it's live, if it's covered. And then 2 p.m. from the Roosevelt Room. So we got a long day tomorrow. So there it is. We got, Giants just scored, it looks like. So it's now 30-13, going to be 14. Damn it, that's during daily. Yep. I'll have to stream over daily, it looks like. So if it's covered. Eric K., if you can find out if that's going to be, if they're going to allow cameras in there for this cabinet meeting, if it's going to be one of those, and then let me know in the CobraCast chat. So garbage time. Did they score a 2-point conversion? So it's 30-15. I don't consider the start of the fourth quarter garbage time, by the way. I don't consider that. Unless the Patriots are setting their starters, I don't consider the start of the fourth quarter garbage time at all. Because right now, like, they're 2 scores away from tying this game up. So, let's see. Trump's MRI. Yes, young, vibrant man. Again, we had another leak of his MRI as well. Let me see if I can find that really quickly. Again, I don't know who's leaking these, but Trump's MRI scan leaks again. So there you have it. Tim Walz asked for it. Now you've got it. There's Trump's MRI scan. So what else do you want, Tim Walz? What else do you want? You know, Jeremy is using AI. Me? Never. But I am interested. I am interested in this. Luke's healthy. Trump is maybe the healthiest human being on the entire planet. Is it De Vega? It says, let's see. What are we going to do to Georgia House? Roll Tide, roll. Okay, so I'm a little worried about that game, but it's only because it's never good to play a team twice in a season, especially if you won the first game. So, but I just hope Alabama. I hope it's a close game because I want Alabama to make college football playoffs. But Ty Simpson's had a couple of bad games. Hopefully he got those bad games out of his system, and now we're going to go into his SEC championship game. Simpson's going to have to stop with the turnovers. He's been very good about not turning the ball over most of the season. His last few games, he's been turning the ball over. And we'll see what happens. But it's going to be a crazy game. I can't wait. Bama getting pushed in or dropping out of the college football playoff. If it's a close game, if Alabama loses a close game, I don't think they're going to be knocked out of the playoff. If they get blown out, they would not. Now, if Alabama beats Georgia, I think both teams are going to make it. So, sports ball talk, retail story incoming. What's this turnover I keep hearing about? Turnover or turnaround? Let's see here. Wait, what is this? Costco Wholesale has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration asking the court of international trade to consider all tariffs collected under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act unlawful. Holy shit. That ain't good for Costco. Wow. That ain't good for Costco at all. Trump is going to focus in on them and is going to destroy them now. This is going to be horrible for them. Costco about to take a major L. Oh, this is awful optics for them. Awful. This may be, if this gets enough traction, this could be their Cracker Barrel moment right here. I personally I said this the other day. I don't think I've ever been to a Costco, but they haven't historically been in my areas. Sam's Club is where I've always done shopping in terms of a wholesale club like that. But memberships will go down. Absolutely, they will. Costco isn't even cheap. Look up their numbers. Costco is an absolute monster. Oh yeah, no, Costco's huge. But what I'm saying though is, I mean, you know who else was huge? Cracker Barrel. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Trump's on a truthing spree again right now. I know I've been seeing I've been seeing everybody posting about it. So like right here, great going, Anna Paulina. Adam Shifty Schiff is guilty of crimes against our country. So Trump is just on it right now. It's on it. No Sam's Club within 200 miles of me. Yeah, I understand that. That's why I've never been to a Costco, because I just, there was never really in my area. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, dude. This is going to be chaos. The fallout from this Costco thing is going to be bad, though. So we'll have to see. Buy Sam's Club stock. Great work, APL. A fine policy. I tagged you. Hang on. If you play the announcement. Why? Okay. There it goes. If you play the announcement before you end tonight, you won't regret it. I tagged you. The announcement. Oh, is this a thing? Hang on. All right. Let me see if I can find this in my mentions here. What is this? Got that. Why am I not seeing it? Here we go. Okay. Oh man. Is this gonna? Oh, okay. There's a YouTube version. So is this YouTube safe? Is this YouTube safe? I hope this is YouTube safe. Let's see here. All right. What do you got going on here? All right. So this is it for you. Okay. Jeremy took the Costco money. No, I didn't. But here we go. All right. So this is from James here on Twitter, and he's got a YouTube link to it. So we're going to play the YouTube link. Let's see what you got going on here. Are we ready? All right, here we go.
The following announcement has been provided by the 199 Battalion.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Dashing through the chat on a CobraCast trolling night. Jeremy's on the mic, roasting left and right. Geeks and gamers cheer with eggnog in their mugs, while D-Day Cobra's lurking, getting all the chugs. What a fig! Oh, CobraCast, CobraCast.
Holy crap!
Jeremy's dropping truth bombs all night long.
This is amazing.
Oh, oh, oh. Who wouldn't go to troll D-Day Cobra with his glow? CobraCast, CobraCast. Let the roasting of his chestnuts begin. D-Day's got a mullet. Where do we begin? Bells on stream are ringing. Memes are flying fast. Jeremy's got the facts. Cried lefties in the past. Santa's list is checking. Naughty or nice, we see. D-Day's on the naughty.
This is incredible.
This conspiracy's proven right. Oh, Oh, CobraCast. CobraCast. Jeremy's dropping truth bombs all night long. Oh, who wouldn't go?
Needs to be played 24/7 till Christmas.
Cobra with his glow.
I gotta retweet this.
Raise your glass high. Merry roasting to all and to all. A CobraCast good night.
Oh, man. That was awesome. That was awesome, guys. That was awesome. Well done. Well done. I cannot believe how awesome that was. You guys did great work. I just retweeted it over here on Twitter. So if anybody wants to go check it out. Is this like in the Geeks and Gamers community? Does it show if I retweet it from the community? I guess. Does it show like on my timeline? I don't know how that works because this is in the Geeks and Gamers community. That was awesome. Great work, James and Jeanette. Freaking awesome. Let's see here. Objectively, I got that one. I got that one. Okay. Yeah, you did. You are correct. I do not regret it. That was awesome. So loved it. Brian Stewart says, play the Parrot No Time for Caution vid. Do it. If that's got like Hans Zimmer's music in it, I can't. I'll get hit. I'll have to double check it before I watch it. So let's see here. Graham Robbins says the animation is a fail. Jeremy isn't wearing Crocs. Seriously though, why no bikes without seats? Thank you, Graham. That was awesome, man. Great work. You guys are the best part of this entire stream. So the chat, always the MVP. I will be downloading that and I'll be able to play it through Christmas. So we will certainly do more of that. Dark Metal Spider says, epic. That's a new Christmas classic tune. Love it. Look at there. Look at there. So super chat target. I don't set super chat targets. Should I start doing that? I mean, hey.
Jeremy's got the facts. Grind lefties in the past.
I mean, I'm not against it. I've just memed on it a few times. But yeah, man, that's good stuff. Got that. Okay, so we're going to, Van says, I'm turning off the stream every time that shit plays. Well, then you know what? That means we're going to play it right fucking now because you fucking said that.
Has been provided by the 199 Battalion.
There it is. You shouldn't have talked shit. You shouldn't have talked shit.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Dashing through the chat on a CobraCast trolling night. Jeremy's on the mic, roasting left and right. Geeks and gamers cheer with eggnog in their mugs, while D-Day Cobra's lurking, getting all the chugs. What a fig! Oh, CobraCast, CobraCast. Jeremy's dropping truth bombs all night long. Oh, oh, oh. Who wouldn't go to troll D-Day Cobra with his glow? CobraCast, let the roasting of his chestnuts begin. D-Day's got a mullet. Where do we begin? Bells on stream are ringing. Memes are flying fast. Jeremy's got the facts. Grind lefties in the past. Santa's list is checking. Naughty or nice we see. D-Day's on the naughty, with his conspiracies proven right. Oh, CobraCast, CobraCast. Jeremy's dropping truth bombs all night long. Oh, oh, oh. Who wouldn't go to troll of D-Day Cobra with his glow? CobraCast, raise your glass high. Merry roasting to all and to all. A CobraCast good night.
Wasn't even going to play it again until you talked shit. Now, here's what we'll do. We may set a super chat goal, $1,000 super chat goal. If we hit it, I'll play it for the outro every day till Christmas. There, I'll lean into the meme, okay? I'll lean into the meme. So there it is. We gotta do that. So we'll work that out. But anyway, don't ever play it again when all caps. It's what's gonna happen. Then I gotta play it. But anyway, all right, we got to end it there. Am I playing Fortnite tonight? Maybe, but I can't guarantee yet. So you got to give me a bit. I would say if I do, it will be a solo stream because I do. I actually enjoyed hanging out with the chat and just talking, but I don't know yet. So it'll be on this channel if I do go live, which are almost at 8,000 subscribers, by the way. I don't know if I'm going live tonight or not, but subscribe to this channel because I am going to do more of these solo streams. It's not to say we won't do the group streams, but I definitely want to do the solo streams. Allows me to interact with the chat a lot. You know what I mean? So, all right. I really appreciate it. 1992 Spaceman says I'll sub and then unsub. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And James and Anjanette, thank you so much for the awesome announcement video. Super cool. And multiple CobraCast today. We did like 4 hours of CobraCast today. So it's been a good day. You guys have a good evening. And maybe I'm live tonight, maybe not. I can't guarantee. So I'll let you know. You'll know if you get the notification over there. So have a good evening. And we will talk to all of you later tomorrow. Multiple streams, depending on how this all works out with Trump. This one right here. Hang on. You find it again. Right here. So Trump is making an announcement tomorrow at 2 p.m. from the Roosevelt Room, but he's also having an 11 a.m. cabinet meeting. If he's going to be around for that cabinet meeting, if that's going to be covered, I'll cover it here. If not, I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. Eastern. So have a good night. We'll talk to all of you later. Oh, Eric K. put the schedule in the mod chat. Noted. I'll check it and we'll see. All right. Bye, everyone. No, I don't, Laughing Man. Laughing Man just said Jeremy hates me. No, I don't. Hang on. Jeremy hates me. No, I don't. There. Is that clarification? All right. Bye, everyone.